everybody from coast to coast. Joello here on the WFWA Wrestling Network. What a 60-minute action-packed card we've got for you today, including the main event, tag team action, when the Clawmaster Baron Von Raschke tags up with Jumping Jimmy Brunzell to take on the Brown Boys, the Bulldog and the Pitbull. Also in action will be the former Canadian heavyweight champion, the Natural. He tangles with Jason Power. Plus, we've got a Mat Classic from 3 years ago and some great serious Rock'em Sock'em wrestling action coming up. We've got today's first match coming up right after this. To get you up to the ring, today's opening match featuring Steve Gillespie and Davey James. Let's go to ringside. He's still going to work on it, Steve Gillespie and Davey James as well. Fans, stay tuned. More great action on the way here on the WFWA. A nice move there by James to actually leap over Gillespie. And Gillespie with a standing head scissor there, bringing James to the mat. And he's going to work right now on the neck and ears of Davey James. A beautiful move there by Steve Gillespie.
Steve Gillespie looks like a little bit more sharper than Mr. James. And the flying head scissors there, I figure he's going to go for a pin for sure.
Well, there you go. Right now, James trying to get out of the hold, and he's done it. And he's getting sprung off the ropes there. Davey James in a nice flip there, and Gillespie going for the pin. Only a 2 count, if you will. By now, James going over for the pin. Back and forth, these two combatants going at it right here on the WFWA. Gillespie picking up James, and a nice elbow smash, if you will, forearm smash there by Steve Gillespie, who's got Davey James in the ropes, and a nice chop there to the chest, knocking the wind out of James, setting him up for another whip into the turnbuckle. He's wearing down his opponent right now, Steve Gillespie, with a nice hip toss there, applying pressure to the neck there. Of course, the knee in the back for good measure to apply that added pressure. And he's going for something here, Tony. I don't know what it is. A pin, is it? He's going for the small package of a sort.
Looked like a small package, but I think he only got a 2 count on that one. He's trying it again.
He's going for it again. Some nice technical moves here, scientific moves, if you will, by Steve Gillespie, right here on All Pro Wrestling.
Much stronger Steve Gillespie than Mr. James. It looks like he's trying to wear his opponent right down.
And that's basically what you have to do in the world of professional wrestling. A nice uppercut there by Steve Gillespie, who shook him up. And here it is, a reverse sunset flip. Could have him. And there it is, a 3 count. Steve Gillespie with a beautiful maneuver there. The reverse sunset flip right here on the WFWA. Love to have another look at that hold there. Steve Gillespie, your winner, by using a hold that he calls the reverse sunset flip. Here it is. Have another look. A beautiful move by Steve Gillespie. Look at the way those legs get wrapped around, tucks them under, and it's all over. There you see Dave Goebel with the count, the 2 and the 3. Steve Gillespie, your winner right here on the WFWA. The stars of the WFWA Tuesday night, June the 11th at Bumpers in the Airliner Inn. You can call 775-7131 for ticket information. Wednesday night, June the 12th at Georgie's at the Kirkfield Motor Hotel. Call 837-1314 for more information. Already signed, Bulldog Bob Brown, the Pitbull Kerry Brown, Chris Jericho, Mike Lazansky, Easy Rider, The Natural, plus many other top stars in the month of June. WFWA main event wrestling. Hope you can be with us if you're in the Winnipeg area, in the west end of Winnipeg at the Airliner Inn, coming up this Tuesday night, June the 11th, and of course the following night, June the 12th, in sunny St. James at the Kirkfield Motor Hotel. We hope to see you there with all the top stars in the WFWA. Right now, though, let's get up to our match between the Natural, the former Canadian heavyweight champion, doing battle with Jason Power. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Aiello here at ringside with Larry Updike from the Tom and Larry Morning Show on 92 City FM in Winnipeg. A lot of controversy surrounding one member in this match. I'm talking about the former Canadian heavyweight champion, The Natural, who is now seconded in his corner, valet manageress, if you will, Miss Kitty Carson. And Larry, a little bit of history behind this one. It all got underway. It happened in Winkler, Manitoba, when The Natural was defeated by none other than Jumpin' Jimmy Brunzell. That night he went nuts, if you will, berserk, and fired the Golden Sheik, his manager and the major, who happened to be the bodyguard. He says it's the new look. It's 1991. Time to have some fun.
Well, I saw him kneeling in prayer a moment ago for this match, but now his attentions are clearly more carnal, Joe, with this new valet. One hopes that all the attention doesn't divert itself from the talent.
Beautiful lady, this Miss Kitty Carson.
Indeed.
But looks can be deceiving, and you know that's something to look forward to, I guess, or look for anyway, because she is in the corner of The Natural from Charlotte, North Carolina. Oh, look at this, Larry, hiding behind the lady, if you will, against Jason Power, a man who has come on his own here.
I've never known The Natural to be tied to any apron strings, Joe. I'm a little surprised initially.
Well, I'll tell you, in this one, definitely a beautiful lady in his corner. He says it's the new look. We'll have to just wait and see. This is my first glimpse, if you will, at The Natural with his valet, Miss Kitty Carson. Jason Power, however, has locked horns with this individual on more than one occasion, and we're in for a dandy. One fall with a 20-minute time limit. The Natural, little bit of a pose down, telling the people this body, baby, is all natural. That's where he got his name from, I guess. And the applause, probably the only one clapping in the building tonight, is Miss Kitty Carson.
As it appears so far, and Jason Power, it seems initially to be a favorite, and now he's flashing his biceps.
Every reason to win at about 265, Larry. There's a lot of bodybuilding.
Getting a lecture by the referee at the moment, Joe.
Well, there was no hair grabbing that I could see from our viewpoint.
I never saw any. The Natural might be worried about his hairspray at the moment.
Well, now look at this. The hair might be a little... Oh, look at here. I didn't know Miss Kitty Carson was a hairdresser of any sort, but The Natural getting his hair tousled a little bit here, if you will, and maybe ready to do battle. Jason Power, though, Larry, a great young man, great to talk to, loves the fans, very quiet, you know, a quiet guy of sorts. But I'll tell you, you don't want to get him mad in that squared circle.
Well, you know, he strikes me as a meat and potatoes kind of wrestler, but I mean that in the most complimentary way, Joe. He knows how to do his job, and he does it well.
Look at the power of Power. Jason Power and The Natural a little disgruntled. And who knows, maybe the manager is playing... maybe he misses a guy like the Golden Sheik at ringside. This is the match that will tell us, Larry, the first time out with his new valet, Miss Kitty Carson.
It will definitely have an influence, but what kind of influence we're not clear on yet, and I guess, as you say, Joe, this match might tell the tale. Power looking very confident right now and very aggressive, almost belligerent.
You just got to hope for one thing, that Jason Power doesn't get caught in that trap. A guy like The Natural, he's been around for a couple of years. He will try and intimidate and get his opponent to get impatient and then go to work. And now The Natural locking horns in a Roman knuckle lock, Greco-Roman knuckle lock, if you will, and a lot of pressure being applied to the hands of The Natural. Oh, big boot to the midsection to break the hold. What a right hand from The Natural.
Oh, my goodness. The Natural, what he lacks in muscle bulk, he makes up for in wiliness, Joe. He's a wily character.
Well, I'll tell you, this Natural, though, he's got to stay away from the power moves, the strength holds, because I'll tell you, he's not going to win that kind of a battle. Atomic drop!
Oh, my word! Oh, the punishment!
You could just hear that 7th and 6th vertebrae.
Right down around the, well, I can't say it on the air, Joe, but my word. The punishment.
Now, Jason Power, there we go with that hair again outside the ring. He should be sporting a Bob Brown haircut if he's worried about his hair, for crying out loud. Let's get down to business. One fall, 20-minute time limit in this one. The Natural, the former Canadian heavyweight champion, taking on Jason Power, the former title holder of the WFWA television title. And this has been a good one. Whip off the ropes, coming here. Oh, shoulder block, no one budging.
Oh, it doesn't budge the Power.
And the Natural, I don't think he knows what to do in there with a guy like Jason Power. These guys have wrestled each other on occasion. You figured, you know, they wouldn't have to get down to the nitty-gritty and size down their opponent so much, but that's exactly what's happening in this one.
Jason Power is justifiably arrogant at this point, although the Natural has some tricks, but not there, not there.
Shoulder blocker again by Power, showing his strength. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when you get a chance to see the stars of the WFWA, and make sure that you see the WFWA on that poster on your television sets, and make sure they are the stars right here from this territory. Don't get fooled by some local promoters that are running renegade promoters, if you will, because this is where all the action is.
Okay, well, the Natural is, oh, no, just when you count him out, he surprises with another move, but oh, Power turns it around and throws him across the ring.
Look at this, though, the Natural, 3-4 chops, and now he has gotten the big man mad. Look at Power going to work, right hand after right hand, a couple of forearms, a whip into that turnbuckle, and he moved out of the way, and Power stopped his own momentum and saved himself.
Oh, my goodness, the Natural's out of that ring like grain through a goose, Joe.
I can't help but Larry Updike, ladies and gentlemen, joining me here at ringside. Holy cow. I don't even know if I can repeat that line. But I'll tell you, that might go down in history right next to a couple of quotes from Shakespeare, Larry.
Well, thank you, although I can't put myself in that company here today, Joe.
The Natural calling for a timeout, and I might need one myself here.
Oh, my word.
Oh, a couple of shots to the eyes there.
You see, the Natural is a wily character. I've said this from the beginning. He's a sneaky devil.
You saw that knee drop, and now he's getting back to that confident roll, if you will.
Oh, and Power just about tosses him right out the ring.
He must have hit the 7 or 8 minute mark by now. Oh, a rub of the laces into the eyes. And the referee on top of him for that. An elbow smash now by the Natural, who's turning things around. Took him a while, but he's starting to pick up his pace, Larry.
I'm surprised at this, Joe. I really am. I didn't expect this clear domination by Power up till now, and the Natural, oh, using all his wares.
You're absolutely right. He's going up top, up the elevator. Is he going to the top floor? Yet to see here. He might be taking too long, though.
I don't think he should wait that long.
He only got up to the second rope. Double axe handle to the back. But Larry, you're absolutely right. In some matches, you see total domination. Some matches, of course, you see a total even match right from the opening bell. And in this one, it's been a topsy-turvy affair.
Definitely
Power off the top, and now the Natural.
Teeter-totter, seesaw, whatever metaphors you want to use, Joe. We see that happening now. I'm surprised Power's domination early has now given way to the temporary, at least, domination by the Natural. And he looks like he's hurting him. He looks hurt.
He looks like he's choking him, and he grabs a handful of hair and right back down to the mat.
Holy hairspray. I guess he did that, Joe.
Want to send out a big hello to all the shut-ins across Canada joining us from coast to coast on the WFWA Wrestling Network. A lot of them can't get out to the matches, but I know they're joining us wherever you may be. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for being with us here on WFWA Main Event Wrestling. And please keep those cards and letters coming in. We always love to hear from the fans. Who would you like to see on the program? You know, if you'd like to see the stars of the WFWA, let us know.
Always great to hear from viewers, Joe. Oh,
short, small pockets.
A turnaround.
Oh, kick out The Natural almost lost this one with his new valet, Miss Kitty Carson, in his corner. He throws Jason Power right outside the ring. Power could have been hurt on that one.
You know, if I was the Natch, I'd try to capitalize on that because you're giving Power a chance to recuperate here.
Now the Natural, he's going up top from... He's going to jump on Power from outside. Holy cow!
Oh, no!
Bang! Wow! You could hear that, man. Double axe handle to the back of the skull. And Power is down on the ring floor again.
This has really surprised me, Joe. I did not expect this kind of turnaround. Initially, with the new valet, I suspect the Natural had given way to appearance instead of wrestling technique. More concerned with hairspray, but look at him now.
Look for the pin. 1, 2. It might have him. Only a 2 count. Power's got that little bit left. You heard our ring announcer. We're at 10 minutes, scheduled for 21 fall affair. The Natural and Power. Jason turning this one around. Big back.
Oh, he lands hard.
No. To Power. 1, 2. It might have him only. That has to have been.
I thought 2 of his ribs went right through the mat.
2.5 on that one. Whip coming again. Power on fire. Holy cow.
Oh, and the Natural
nailed him with the knees. Got the foot up on the rope. Only a 2 count. Natural had that foot on the rope for some added leverage.
You had this pegged, Joe. It's a seesaw battle all the way.
Yet to hear much from Miss Kitty Carson. However, I'm sure we'll hear from her later on in the program.
She is shouting encouragement to the Natural, and he seems to be comforted by her presence at ringside, although, as you say, we don't know what her contribution is, Joe.
Not just yet. Not too much known about Miss Kitty Carson, but I'm sure we'll find out more in weeks to come here on WFWA Main Event Wrestling. The
She
Natural
certainly knows how to use a curling iron. I'll give her that.
The Natural, a nice-looking chin lock on now, sizing down Jason Power. Handful of hair, whip off the rope, stuck under Power. Using the ropes for a little leverage. And Natural rebounds off, but look at him thinking, getting a little cocky. Power still at clothesline.
Oh, right out of the ring. My goodness.
And the Natural doesn't know whether he's coming or going, and I'll tell you right now, this ride didn't cost him 4 coupons.
Certainly didn't. Cancel my pass to the X, Joe. I've seen it all.
Jason Power and the Natural. Seesaw battle in this one. The Natural picking him up. Good looking slam there. Power off the rope for a little leverage. Oh, just enough time for the Natural.
Hard on the knee there.
He might have him here. Only a 2 count though. Gonna take a little bit more than that to pin Power. And Kitty Carson all over the referee, giving him a hassle or two. A heel throw there.
The Natural proclaims his victory prematurely, I suspect.
And this could be it. One of his favorite finishing maneuvers up top. Sets himself up. He's got his balance. Oh, Power out of the way. Could be some cartilage damage to that right knee.
Holy Bobby Orr. I think there's knee damage there, Joe. Oh, my goodness.
What a hangman, I guess. If you
Call
want.
me a giraffe. There goes the neck.
Back body drop there. You can't help but laughing with a man like this. Oh, Kitty Carson up on the ring apron. Power's got him, set him up for that big power slam. He got him.
Oh, my goodness.
That's it. It's all over for the Natural in this one. The referee's talking it out with Miss Kitty Carson. You could have counted up to 10, Larry.
I know that, Joe. This is the kind of...
Holy, Larry started to catch up.
Oh, no.
The Natural nailed him with the knee to the small of the back. He's got him by the trunks.
No, this can't be.
The Natural had him by the trunks. Miss Kitty Carson played the part of the decoy, and that's the role she's going to play, Larry. Your winner, the Natural.
All right,
right, wrestling fans, a couple of weeks ago in Winkler, Manitoba, the Natural did battle with a high flyer by the name of Jumpin' Jimmy Brunzell. Before the match got underway, though, the Natural had a bit of a problem with his former manager, the Golden Sheik, and the bodyguard, the Major. Right there on the spot, the Natural decided to go his own route and fired the Major and, of course, the Golden Sheik. Well, the Natural's got a big surprise for everybody, and we had a chance to talk to him. Here is the former Canadian heavyweight champion.
Well, it's that time of the week again. It's surprise time. And the big surprise is standing right next to me. We're talking about Miss Kitty. But the reason for it, the Golden Sheik and that punk the Major, who I was paying a large percentage of my salary to, just weren't getting the job done. I'm talking about spending a little too much time alone with each other. Well, that's all over with now, because I was being restricted in reaching my potential. But that's all history now. I've got the best-looking piece of window dressing in the WFWA in Miss Kitty, and she's going to take me to great things. You know, Miss Kitty, I know that you've been misdirected in the past, but you look like the kind of woman, you like a man with a lot of muscle. You like a man with a golden brown suntan and beautiful brown hair, don't you? She always says the right thing, because we are going straight to the top. Canadian heavyweight wrestling champion. Once again, take it to the bank.
The stars of the WFWA, Tuesday night, June the 11th, at Bumpers in the Airliner Inn. You can call 775-7131 for ticket information. Wednesday night, June the 12th, at Georgie's at the Kirkfield Motor Hotel. Call 837-1314 for more information. Already signed, Bulldog Bob Brown, the Pitbull Kerry Brown, Chris Jericho, Mike Lazansky, Easy Rider, The Natural, plus many other top stars in the month of June. Enter the WFWA Wrestling Time Capsule. Today's Mat Classic. It took place 3 years ago between Richie Rich from Georgia and his opponent, one of the biggest native stars ever to set foot in the ring. It's the Warrior and Richie Rich. Today's Mat Classic.
Referees are always going to be alert.
All right, the Warrior and Richie Rich, today's main event here on the WFWA. And he's holding on to that arm drag. All right, Tony. I hope this match, I hope this match goes down as one of the biggest in history. The Warrior making one of his first appearances here in Winnipeg. And I'm telling you, the fans love him. I've seen the man wrestle before throughout parts of Canada, the Northwest. Never here in Winnipeg before, and I'm telling you, I hope we see him again real soon. Right now, he's got his hands full with Richie Rich, who goes for the eyes. And another shot.
That's the only way he can wrestle against the Warrior. Got to poke his eyes, pull his hair. There again he goes. He's arguing with a nice lady to your ringside.
Well, I think we're going to have to make her a TV star in her own right, Tony. Hold on a second, Tony. What's happening here? Diamond Timothy Flowers. What the heck is it? Holy Tony, I can't believe what's going on here.
What's going on here? Referees now. Timothy Flowers got no business.
Tony, he's got no business being a ring the bell, says the referee. Okay, Richie Rich, Diamond Timothy Flowers, he's going to have to get fined for this or something. What the heck's going on here? Here they come, Buffalo Bill, Cody the Dog, Diamond Timothy Flowers. Diamond Timothy, Tony, I'm telling you.
I told you I'd get him, didn't I?
Get out of here. Diamond Timothy Flowers, Tony. We just got showered in beer or something, I'm telling you. The fans are getting excited. Diamond Timothy Flowers had no reason for being here. He said he wanted a piece of the Warrior. Cody, why couldn't he go about it the right way? The stars of the WFWA Tuesday night, June the 11th at Bumpers in the Airliner Inn. You can call 775-7131 for ticket information. Wednesday night, June the 12th at Georgie's at the Kirkfield Motor Hotel. Call 837-1314 for more information. Already signed, Bulldog Bob Brown, the Pitbull Kerry Brown, Chris Jericho, Mike Lazansky, Easy Rider, The Natural, plus many other top stars in the month of June. Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in. It's time for today's main event, and what a good one it should be. Jumpin' Jimmy Brunzell tagging up with Baron Von Raschke, their opponents, Bulldog Bob Brown and Pitbull Kerry Brown. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go to ringside. Well, you better get the mics rolling, the cameras rolling, because this one is gonna be a dandy. One fall.
Hold on to your cushions, Grandma. Here comes the match.
I hope we have enough time on television left for this one. Baron Von Raschke, the Clawmaster, tagging up with Jumpin' Jimmy Brunzell to take on the Brown Boys.
And look at Von Raschke. He's breathing fire right off the top.
Let's take the side of the Baron and Brunzell. The Baron in at about 246, representing West Germany. And his tag team partner, Jumpin' Jimmy Brunzell, in at about 233 from White Bear Lake, Minnesota. Their opponents, Larry, the Brown Boys, no strangers to this part of the country. Kerry Pitbull Brown in at about 243. And the Bulldog weighing in at 250. Brown, though, looks like he's putting on a little bit more weight. I'm talking about Kerry, time up at 265.
And there's Daddy's a bit more trim, but there they are, father and son. And no doubt the son has learned from the father. This is going to be an ugly match, Joe. I can see this. Look at that.
The timekeeper has said this one is a one-fall 45-minute affair.
Of course, Raschke no longer just a spokesman for West Germany. There is no West and East anymore. He's just a spokesman from Germany, I would think.
That's right. I must have made the mistake, Larry. I apologize to all the great German fans across the country. We had a great time a few weeks back in Winkler, Manitoba. And a big hello to all the great fans across the country. This is today's main event.
A vicious move.
Nice arm drag takedown, locking up that left arm of Kerry Pitbull Brown. This one got started a couple of weeks ago when the Bulldog stepped foot in the ring against the Clawmaster, and Bulldog knocks that leg up right into the back of Brunzell that puts him to the canvas. You got to be and very wary of the Browns. These guys make quick
tags.
These two
are wily characters.
Work very well together. Look at, we've got all four of them basically taking part now, and the Baron wants nothing but a piece.
Baron is mad.
He wants a piece of the Bulldog.
And the Bulldog and his little boy, his big boy, working on his, oh my goodness.
Jumpin' Jimmy Brunzell doing battle right now with Bulldog Bob Brown. The Baron in one corner, the Pitbull on the other. And Brown making a tag to his son, the Pitbull. Turns that arm around a Brunzell. You're going to be seeing a lot of action in this one. Nice monkey
look at that. What a move. What a move from the athletic Brunzell. Did you say he was 40 years old?
He is.
Unbelievable move.
Look at
here comes the Baron. Oh, yes, father and son, off they go.
Not very athletic with that two-finger maneuver, but it did the trick. Double noggin knocker coming. Anyway, look at Bob, went for a tag in the wrong corner. He got tagged.
The Baron having the time of his life. Wonderful moves.
Double team effort here. Shoulder block.
Into the breadbasket. Kerry Brown hurting.
Brunzell in now with the tag uppercut under that
Uppercut
armpit.
into the armpit.
Nice wishbone maneuver, takes him down. Good amateur move from Jumpin' Jimmy Brunzell from White Bear Lake, Minnesota. Wrestling
You notice
all
that
over the
even
world.
though he has Kerry Brown down, he keeps his eye on Bulldog.
You have to at all times
Yep.
in a match like this.
Absolutely.
Nice hit
Oh, and
toss.
the Bulldog takes a dive.
And right back to work now on the arm of Daddy Brown, if you will, the Bulldog. Look at it, the Baron with a couple of fingers. The Baron, always a treat to watch.
Brunzell biting.
A tag being made now. I'll tell you, there's been a lot of tags already in this one, and they have to.
What a match it's been.
Tag now on the other team, Brunzell and the Baron. Trying to make a field goal is Baron von Raschke, and right back to work on that arm. I'll tell you what you got to watch out for here, of course, the Browns combination. Breaking the rules, one of them always being in there when the other one needs help.
Look at this crowd. They're mad for the Baron.
The Baron, always a pleasure to see him wherever he goes. And ladies and gentlemen, if you see the Baron and Brunzell or even the Browns on a top billing here in the WFWA, you better get your tickets early. Dad's not there for the tag, and the Baron pulls away.
Oh, no, and Dad was standing there looking so concerned for his boy, and he wasn't there when he needed him.
While Brown went to ring the bell, nobody was home. Well, like usual, Bulldog was home, but just like on Halloween, not handing out any candy or making the tag.
Couldn't said it better myself. I wouldn't try to, Jojo.
Small package.
Oh!
The eyes.
This is one vicious match.
Brunzell going to work.
There's a lot of hatred here in this ring, Joe.
Oh, after what happened a couple of weeks ago when Brown was in there, Bulldog that is, with the Baron, and then Kerry Brown stepped foot in the ring, 2-on-1 effort. Brunzell came in, you had to sign the tag.
Oh, no. Bulldog Bob Brown rakes the eyes of Brunzell and pleads his innocence. The disgusting actions of a thug.
The referee's going to have his hands full in this one. As you can see, he's got to get the Baron out of there. And that gives Brown more time to go to work on Brunzell. Look at Brunzell trying to break loose.
Trying to break through. Oh! Oh!
That's what the Browns do best, though. They break the rules, 2-on-1 efforts. Hey, Brunzell, when Brown almost had him in a chin lock, Brunzell turned it around. Quick move by Jumpin' Jimmy.
Brunzell making some smart moves, some athletic moves against the chicanery, the shameless moves of some thugs.
I'll tell you one thing, though, the success rate of the Brown boys is very good.
I'm not denying that.
Whether you like them or not, I know you can't take them for granted at any time. A lot of people calling Brown Dinosaur Brown, as in Bulldog. But I'll tell you one thing. Look at Brunzell now breaking the rules.
Oh, my, oh!
And the crowd is on fire.
Brunzell has had enough. He's had enough.
Nutcracker coming, and it's going to happen to a bigger nut.
Cancel the ear appointment, Mama. I won't hear again.
Look at this now.
Oh!
Bob Brown like a pinball in a pinball machine. Back and
Oh,
forth.
he's down.
Could be it, Larry. 1, 2. Oh, he's only a 2 count.
Well, Bulldog Bob Brown is a skillful wrestler, Joe. Any criticism I've made has to be couched in those terms. He knows his stuff. Here comes the Baron.
The Baron with the side headlock. Look at the crowd now getting behind the Baron.
Oh, the Baron is enjoying himself.
The Baron more than just a pretty face in there, Larry.
He hasn't smiled that wide since the last family reunion barbecue in Germany.
I'll tell you one thing for certain. You're always in for top dollar entertainment when stars like this appear in an arena, a town, wherever. They are booked. You're not going to get any better than this. Four of the top athletes and competitors in the world today are in there. Look at Brown, though. The Bulldog keep chanting with the referee, trying to keep himself going. The Baron's applying a lot of pressure with that headlock, and referee Joe Farino is having words with Kerry Brown when they make the old switcheroo. They made the old switcheroo. And the referee's asking if they made a tag. And of course they did, Larry, as far as the fans are concerned.
That's the way to put it, Joe, as far as the fans are concerned.
And I'll tell you one thing. I've worked television with Brown before. I've seen him in the ring many a times, and it's about time that the comeuppance are up for the Bulldog and the Pitbull.
I couldn't agree more with you, Joe. Oh!
I'll tell you
I
one
think
thing.
the Bulldog had pulled something from his trunks.
He's got something in his hand.
It's a foreign object.
I can't see it
Oh,
from
yeah,
here.
I can still see it.
We're a ways back here at Club Taboo.
And the Baron takes a dive.
Brunzell trying to have words with the referee, but the referee isn't paying attention. He's just worried about getting Brunzell out of the ring.
And Bulldog Bob Brown just waves his son into the ring and wipes off.
And handed it over like a baton in the
Oh,
marathon.
my word! Oh, the duplicity, the shameless hypocrisy of wrestling tradition.
I'll tell you, it's just a thrill to be sitting here at ringside, Larry, with stars like the Baron and Brunzell in there. It doesn't get any better than this.
The Baron temporarily sidelines by these moves.
And Brunzell sitting there at ringside getting very impatient. There's nothing he can do. The referee looked for the object. He couldn't find it. Brunzell's got to stay in this corner, though. He's getting all fired up. That temper getting to him.
No.
And it's going to cause more problems for his partner.
He better stay out.
They're wearing down the Baron just like they wanted to. Nice chop, though, by Brown. That's his trademark, Larry. Nobody lands those chops like him. Look at the Bulldog.
Oh, and off from father to son as the Baron weaves and moves. Oh, my goodness.
They are wearing down the Baron, and Larry, that is what the Browns do best in tag team action. They know how to wear down their opponents, and they have been keeping the Baron in their half of the ring and not letting Brunzell mount any kind of comeback for his team. They got to make a tag.
Somehow a tag will have to be made at the moment. The Baron is being victimized, and Brunzell wants in, and he can't.
Double team now. They're both putting the Baron to the boots. The referee. Why in a match like this wouldn't you have two referees, Larry? There's no way one guy.
I think they should institute that. It's certainly necessary because the kinds of things that have gone on in this match are inexcusable.
Brunzell.
He wants in. He's so desperate to get in.
And again, they make the switch now. This time, Brown and Brown.
The Browns are very crafty people, Joe. They're very crafty.
Joe Farino is having a tough time in this one. And Bulldog, of course, is going to say he made the tag, but I'll tell you, he's as crooked as the sidewalk in front of my home.
Right now, Baron von Raschke is so impaired.
He's not even moving. But the crowd, they're getting fired up, Larry. They are trying to look at the Baron. It's working, Larry.
It's working.
The home field
happening.
advantage. He's getting back to his feet. Look at the Baron going to work. Trying to reverse the hold.
The Baron's on his feet. Oh!
And it took both of them to get that hold broken. You know, Larry, you sit here at ringside.
Oh!
You can't help but get annoyed at the way the Browns operate.
I'm no more than annoyed. I'm incensed. I'm incensed.
Brown is biting the nose of the Baron for crying out loud.
Oh, Baron von Raschke looks like Dean Martin at a wine tasting. My word.
As red as a ripe tomato, I guess is what you're trying to say. They make the tag. He's made the tag.
He's made the tag.
Barron tags Brunzell. Oh, the referee didn't see it, and he's sending Brunzell back. Oh, and Brown off the top rope to the back of the Baron. And I'll tell you, Von Raschke, the Clawmaster, I don't know what he's got left.
He's taken such punishment.
Kerry Brown now off the second rope. Trying to land a big elbow. Oh, the Baron!
And the Baron moves up. Oh, my goodness.
Larry, he was only going on instinct there because his mind is right out of this match, going on instinct. He made the tag.
He made the tag.
In comes jumping Jimmy Brunzell, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Body drop, another back body drop.
One Brown down, two Brown downs, another Brown down.
Brunzell.
And another Brown down.
Look at Brunzell go to work, a one-man wrecking crew giving his partner the rest. Whip, Irish whip off the ropes, and a big boot by Brunzell going to work on Bulldog now. He lands a chop, and Brown is on his butt.
Flat in his can. Oh, look at this. Look at this.
He's got him in a sleeper, a hold a former partner made famous. Greg Gagne used to use a sleeper. Brunzell came back with it, and Brown broke it.
Proves you can never learn too much from your peers and your superiors, Joe. Oh, my goodness.
What an uppercut. By jumping Jimmy Brunzell. Landon, oh, atomic drop. The crowd is on fire here. Capacity crowd on hand, enjoying all the great action. Oh,
Oh, what a move.
the most devastating drop kick I've ever witnessed.
And Bulldog Bob Brown.
When Brunzell
Look
landed,
at this. Look at this. The Baron taking vengeance on Bulldog Bob Brown.
Kerry Brown's head snapped back. Now we got Bulldog outside the ring.
Bulldog. All right.
Let's get the Baron's got
There's
the claw.
bedlam here. There's bedlam.
We got to get back up to the ring, though. The Baron's got the claw on Bulldog. Jumping Jimmy Brunzell. There we go. Let's get up to the ring. Sunset flip. But Brown's got a hold of the rope. The referee kicks the arms. Brunzell.
Oh, look at this.
He got him.
Brunzell gets the match. Brunzell gets the match.
Holy cow, Brunzell got him with the sunset flip while the Baron had the claw on Bulldog. Double defeat, if you ask me.
A clear victory.
Brunzell and the Baron victorious.
Well, Bulldog Bob Brown and Kerry Brown, who's barking? I mean, who's got the laugh last now? Sure, everybody in Winnipeg saw a couple weeks ago what you did to the Baron Von Raschke. Brown, you couldn't handle him by yourself, so you had your son, Kerry Brown, jump in and interfere. Well, tonight, the people of Winnipeg saw an extremely talented team, a team that combined the both of professional wrestling. Speed and agility and strength and awesome power in that hand. Yeah, Browns, the people watched you manipulate the referee. Sure, you're great at that. You've been doing that for years. But then the people saw a genuine team, a team that was willing to sacrifice for one another for one goal, and that was to defeat Bulldog Bob Brown and Kerry Brown right here in Winnipeg. Isn't that right, Baron?
Das ist richtig. Jimmy, I was so glad you were here. We hit them high. We hit them low. They broke all the rules. We got our hands raised. But if you think that's the end, if you think that's the finish, if you think it's over, Bob, Bulldog, yep, Brown, and Kerry, yip, Brown, you're mistaken. You hurt me. You hurt my partner, Jim Brunzell. You hurt us in our hearts, and we're coming after you. I don't care if it's on the East Coast or the West Coast, in the Northern Territories, wherever it is. Jim Brunzell and Baron Von Raschke will be on your tails. We're going to catch you, and we're going to stop you. The Browns are finished, and that's all the people need to know.
Well, they broke every rule in the book. You just saw on television now. Baron Von Reschke had me outside the ring. The referee should have disqualified them. No, they let the match go on. They let the match get out of hand. Sure, we got cheated is what we got. You talk about Jesse James being a thief. The biggest robbery took place right here tonight. But you guys think it's just about over, right? Well, I got news for you, gentlemen. You started a war, and we're going to finish it. And Jim Brunzell and Baron Von Reschke, there'll be another time right around the corner, and tell them what's going to happen the next time, Ted Bull.
You know, Baron Von Reschke, when your plumbing fails, you call a plumber. When your electricity fails, you call an electrician. When your wrestling career fails, you look up and you call out the names of Gary Pitbull Brown and Bulldog Bob Brown. And believe me, the next time you look up, you will be looking at the face of Kerry Pitbull Brown and Bulldog Bob Brown. Case dismissed.
What a main event it was. Baron Von Reschke and Jumpin' Jimmy Brunzell taking on the Brown Boys on WFWA Main Event Wrestling. Just a friendly reminder that this upcoming Tuesday night, the stars of the WFWA will be appearing at the Airliner Inn. The following night, Wednesday night, in St. James at the Kirkfield Motor Hotel inside Georgie. Some of the top stars in professional wrestling appearing there as well. We hope to see you there for those two cards. Otherwise, until next time, I'm Joello for all of us here at WFWA Main Event Wrestling. Have yourselves a good one.